Hello, BookTube. I have a Saturday book haul. Um, Last week, I put in 2 orders through Alibris. Alibris is a used book website that brings together a number of individual, independent, and small chain used bookstores. Over the last few months, I've had a desire to increase my classics, canonical, modern, and contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama collection. I've mentioned several times that I've a desire for 20th century American drama, although I have yet to really pick up all that much 20th century American drama. And what I've actually been picking up has been slim volumes of poetry, which is what this book haul is. So, the first order I put in was with Chaparral Books out of Portland, Oregon. And I ordered a new copy of Bite Hard by Justin Chin. This is, I think, his debut collection. I had a copy of this years and years ago in the early 2000s and remember this collection and enjoying it. And it's one of those poetry collections that I got rid of when I cleared my classics, canonical, modern, and contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama shelves when I lost interest in that grouping of genres. But Justin Chin's work has always been one that I've wanted to revisit, and I wanted to re-add to my collection. So Bite Hard is the first of those. And then the next day, I put in an order with Zenith Books, which is out of Pittsburgh. And I ordered 3 poetry collections from them. The first 2 are from the Dickman twins. First up is All American Poem by Matthew Dickman. And then the second one is The End of the West by Michael Dickman. So I first encountered the Dickman brothers' work through the Autumn House Anthology of Contemporary American Poetry. Each brother has one poem. They're both long poems in the collection. And while I didn't think much of either poem the first time I read them, on my second go through, I actually liked both of those poems quite a bit more. And so I decided to look into picking up at least one collection from each brother, which I now have. So I will read these at some point and report back. And finally, I picked up Native Guard by Natasha Trethewey, which is a collection that I've been wanting for quite a while and have never quite picked up. So, again, well, I'll do the steep pyramid at the end. So, yeah, I've been feeling an urge lately for more classics, canonical, modern, contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama. To the point where over the last few days I've been ping-ponging back and forth between wanting to add more manga to my collection, which I've been doing quite heavily lately, and adding more classics, canonical, modern, contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama. I have got to come up with a better term for that than that mouthful or tongue twister. But anyway, so, I mean, again, I've been feeling an urge, not only for more poetry and also 20th century American drama, but also more canonical works, modern contemporary fiction. And I had thought up until this morning that I was probably going to put in several more orders, focusing on classics, canonical, modern, contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama. But then this morning happened, and that order has, to an extent, been lessened. And my next book haul will be manga, which should be late next week. But I did want to talk a bit more about that because since I had a free Friday yesterday, since I did an early weekly reads, I decided to dip into the long list for the 2024 International Booker Prize. And my intention yesterday was to make a video about that. But I needed to process my thoughts on those books a lot more. And so I was going to do that video today as well. But I don't know if I should make a video discussing book prizes in general first, or just do on Friday I read samples of the long list for the 2024 International Booker, and here are my thoughts and whether or not I want to add any to my collection or not. Which, of course, has changed over the last few hours since I had a fairly disastrous start to my reading week and my reading weekend. I'll talk a bit about that on Weekly Reads. So I'm not entirely sure. I need to, I guess, decide how I want to approach it now, because there's no immediacy to wanting to add any of the Booker International long list to my collection right now. I mean, I might still pick them up eventually. We shall see. But so that's one thing I want to figure out over the tonight and tomorrow to decide what I want to do in the new filming week. Also, I think what I'm going to do is this coming weekly reads. So the first weekly reads of April, I'm going to focus on what I have read this weekend and preview what I will be reading after Magi the Labyrinth of Magic. I will do a separate Magi the Labyrinth of Magic video when I finish the series, either not this coming Friday, but the next Friday, or that Wednesday or Thursday, depending, because my last weekly reads was insane. Just 40 minutes talking about Alice in Borderland, which I had a blast doing, but I don't necessarily like making such long videos, particularly ones that can also have more things I could discuss than just what I read and what I will be reading, with a bit more focus. So, I think I'm going to do Magi the Labyrinth of Magic separately. And I think going forward, I think if I ended up reading all of Fairy Tale again in one go, that might be a bit of an issue, because that would be a several weeks long project. So I'll have to think about that, but I'll get to it when I get to it at the end of the year. But anyway, so to return to the main topic of this video, the books I ordered in this week, or my 4-book poetry haul. So, Bite Hard by Justin Chen. All-American Poem by Matthew Dickman. The End of the West by Michael Dickman. And Native Guard by Natasha Trethewey. So, see you next week, BookTube.